We back with another video. We're going to be talking about struggle love in this video. It's hard out in these streets, man. You got to talk about it. You got to talk about it. What do you do when things get tough for you? How do people respond when things get tough for you? That's around you. How are you supposed to think about this? Or do you assume things like most people? You got to talk about it. What do you do when these freaky things happen to you? What do you do? What do you do? You know? Oh, P.S. and by the way, follow me on Instagram at my handle is Sharp Game over there. You find me over there. And and oh, P.S. and by the way, I highly recommend you go get this book, both of them. The Laws of Nature by Robert Greene, and get mine too. Maybe I'm being a little biased with mine, but hey, I'm just saying. I highly recommend you get both of these books. I'm telling you. Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. You know? Really. What up, John? What up, Anthony? Yeah. Highly recommend you go get it, man. I was surprised how much Robert Greene was revealing in his book. I was really surprised. He's an older guy now, so that has a lot to do with it. When people get older, they tend to be more revealing. They tend to be more like they don't give a shit. That's how most people are when they get older. They start getting old, they just don't care. They say whatever's on their mind. They ain't trying to please nobody, make nobody comfortable, none of that. And so it makes sense. And plus, on the other side, they want to live the rest of their life free. You know, they don't want to bother nobody. You know, they don't want no hard times. They don't want no trouble. They just want to be able to live the rest of their life free. That's how old. When people get old, that's how it usually is. They don't. If you ask them a question, they're gonna give you an answer, but you might not like it. You know, it might be raw and uncut. So hey, share this video. Smash the like button and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I'm just curious. Is anybody here their first time? You know, maybe you never heard of me before. And if you never heard of me before, I got to do a better job. You know, really. You know, if you haven't heard of me before, I got to do a better job. It's not your fault. So, hey, you know, what do you do when things get tough for you? How do people respond around you? Do they leave? Do they stay? What happens when you crash your car? You broke your leg? You lost your job? Maybe you went to jail just for one night. I mean, how do people act? How do they respond to you when situations happen like that? Maybe somebody died in your family. You lost your job. You ran out of money. How should you feel towards people that walk out on you? That's my question to you. Or do you kind of assume things? You assume that people supposed to stick around because they love you. That's what most people, they be like, oh, she loves me, man. She'll, they'll look out for me, man. They supposed to have my back. In America, you expect your average common man and woman to have your back living in the United States of America? I don't think that's a good idea to be thinking. Some of your family members don't even have your back like that. You just don't know it. Well, Josh said, they all leave. They don't care. Yeah, most people don't care about you. Yeah, that's just what it is. So Robert Greene is the best. I think I read that one or his other book. Yeah, the first. Yeah. Most people don't care about you anyway. It just is what it is. You're not gonna see it. You're really gonna see it, Josh, when you hit 40s and 50s. That's when you're really gonna see it. By that time, see, the older you get, people start passing away. People die, and some get sick. Some have a freak accident. Some all kind of crazy ways people pass away. But the older you get, you're gonna start seeing that people are gonna just be falling off, and you're gonna be like, why y'all acting like that? And some of your family members are gonna be acting funny style. And you're gonna be looking at them like, what's that about? Yeah. But you know what? My mom told me before she passed away. This is like I think this had to be like 10 years ago. She told me, she kind of warned me. She's like, hey, you're the youngest. And there's a good chance you're gonna have to stand up when we're gone. Me and your dad gone. You're gonna have to stand up because there's some people around here. They ain't right. So my mom kind of warned me, in advance. So I wasn't like caught off guard or anything like that. I'm already alone at 30. Oh, well, hey, man, you learn early then. Hey, the earlier, the better, Josh. The earlier, the better. See, I didn't run into it until I hit 42, to be exact. Yeah. I didn't run into it until my parents died. That's when I ran into it. Because my parents lived to be so old. My mom passed away, she was 83. So they lived to be so old. And my dad passed away, he was 88. So, I'm kind of like the late bloomer to the game of the chaos. But look, if something happens to you, God forbid you get sick, you have a car accident or something that you can't come back from. Maybe you could come back from, but it takes a long time to come back from usually a car accident or some type of illness. It takes a while to come back from some of that. Some people never come back from that shit. But God forbid that happen. But if you lose your job, you broke your leg, maybe you have some type of financial experience that maybe it ain't your fault. Somebody stole your identity, whatever it is, you should expect most people to leave. You should expect most people to not want to be associated with you anymore. Or at least some of them will come back later once they see that you're back on your feet. But if that happens, do not accept them back. Don't do it. Don't take them back. So see, there's always going to be some people going to leave, and a small percentage of them are going to come back once they see or hear that you are back on your feet. Don't take them back. Don't do it. But you should expect most people to leave. And here's the worst part about this. It's the closest people to you that are going to leave. I don't know how this works out. I don't know how this works. But this happened to me 3 times in my life so far. And the people that I thought would be there for me, they were gone. I'm like, damn, I thought we were better than that. I thought we were much closer than that. I thought wrong. Now, the people that maybe I didn't know them that well, maybe I didn't spend a lot of time around them, man, they were the one that were there. Once shit hit the fan, I'm like, yo, this don't make no sense. It would seem like the people that you spend the most time with, that they would be there. No. Everything is mostly the opposite of what you think in most cases. Now, I also have some people that I've known all my life. I've known them half of my life. So they always going to be there. I mean, I've known people that's been around in my life 10, 20, 30 years. They always going to be around. You know, regardless, because they know me. They know me, you know. They just know me for so long. You know, they know how I get down. They know how I think. They know where I'm from. They know my family. So regardless of who I become or what happens to me, they're always going to be down. But the new people, most of them are gone. Most of them are gone, man. I'm like, yo. I just wrecked my car. I'm gonna get another car. I got a rental for 30 days. Yeah. Why you don't want to rock with me no more? That's what I was saying at the time, man. I'm like, yo, I just had a car accident, yo. I crashed my car. Well, accident crash. Somebody hit me in the back, right? The car got totaled. I got a rental for 30 days. I had good insurance. I'm like, yo, I don't need you to give me a ride. What's up? You know, I didn't even have a time. I didn't even get a chance to explain anything. They were gone. Bam. I'm like, damn. Y'all call them. They didn't answer the phone. I'm like, oh shit, man. It's a cold game out here, man. Yeah, see, a lot of people, they'll cut you off because they feel like you're gonna ask them to do something, and it ain't nothing. What's wrong with that? What you can't. I mean, what would I be able to? What would I ask in a situation like that? I mean, I already had insurance. I could get a rental car in my policy based on my policy. I didn't even need a ride to the rental place. I had Enterprise. They pick you up. So I'm like, yo, what's the deal? People are crazy, man. What up, Antonio? Thanks. Appreciate it, big guy. About no one cares about you. That video really opened my eyes. Yeah, I did. I did that video. I think I did that video the beginning of this year, if I'm not mistaken. Either the beginning of this year or the end of last year. Yeah, I mean, it was all about no one really cares about you out here. I mean, because everyone got doing their own thing. They got so much going on. I mean, people treat people like they're commodities out here most of the time. They act like they only have time for certain people. So I mean, people think like this. It's like if you're not a certain type of person, they don't want to be bothered with you. They don't give you the time of the day. That's crazy. I don't operate like that. I treat everybody the same. If I go to a hotel, if you're the doorman to the desk clerk to the maintenance man, whatever. I mean, I don't treat anybody different because of their job title. You know, people are very shallow like that. But here's the deal. Just because she works at the desk, you don't know what she do after work. That's the thing. That's how, you know, some people are so shallow-minded, so dumbfounded. You know, you don't know what people do after work or when they get off work. You don't know who you're talking to. They might just work that job for insurance purposes for their family. But on the side, you don't know what they do. But people don't think like that. They think short. They just see things on the surface. And that's just a dumb way of thinking. Really. But, you know. But you got to realize the type of people you're dealing with here in the United States of America. You're dealing with most people you're going to encounter are broken people. They're not rational thinking people at all. They're not practical thinking people at all. So if you know they're broken, you should not be surprised of what you see, how they act, and how they respond to you at all times, in all environments. Not at all. You know, it's just, so if when you're out and about and if someone says something to you, or maybe they're being rude, even on the telephone, you should not be surprised. You know, it's like if I'm on the phone trying to handle some type of business, and if I don't like how the person talking on the phone, I'll just hang up and call again so I can talk to somebody else. I don't got time for the nonsense. I ain't got time. You know, some people will stay on the phone and go back and forth. Oh no, I just hang up and call again and talk to somebody else. I don't care. And if I'm out and about, like at I don't know, at a restaurant, a bar, or some service type business, and if I have zero tolerance for bad service, so I'll leave. I'm not gonna stay there. You know, I'm not doing it. I have zero tolerance for bad service or bad behavior. I'm out of there. Now, you might be in a situation where you're with somebody, living with somebody, and you might not be able to leave right away, and that's understandable. But plan to leave. Plan to move. It don't matter how long it takes. But plan, because it didn't happen. Y'all didn't move overnight. It didn't happen overnight. So it might take you a while, but plan to leave. Get up out of there. Oh, because a lot of people they see things the way they see it. And there's some people There's some women that I know, they want the man to go along with them only. Period. They don't want to be accountable, responsible for anything. So, but the standards is, the bar is high for you, but it's low for them. I'm like, oh no, this is never gonna work. This is never gonna work. Well, first, I was like, first of all, I'm not being pulled around by no woman. That's never gonna happen. No. I'm not gonna be led by a woman. Oh no, that's never gonna happen. So that's the first strike. The second thing is, I'm not the type that don't hold women accountable for their actions. No, I'm not that type. You can just do whatever you want, say whatever you want, and I'm just supposed to just take it. Oh no. No, that's never gonna work either. Somebody got to go. It's not gonna end well if I don't get out of this situation. If I don't plan to move, plan to get away, this is not gonna end well. We're gonna clash at some point. Because there's no confident man, there's no man that feels good about himself that's going to tolerate that very long. No, it's not going to end well. Even if you try, well, a lot of guys try to make it work. And that's when you might be looking at the news, open a newspaper, and there's some domestic violence. That's what usually happens. You know, I mean, I think everyone should keep their hands in themselves, but you got some people, they'll try to violate you. They might even try to hurt you. So you got to defend yourself. I'm going to defend myself. I don't know about you, because I know that no one cares about me out here. So I'm going to defend myself by any means necessary. So, so being that I know that no one cares about me, the deck is already stacked against me before I even was born, and I already beat the odds anyway. Because, if you know my story, you know that when I was younger, I was poisoned. And of course I beat it. I got the poison out of my body, But that was due to my mom. She didn't give up. So, she took me to some herbal doctor or whatever. And about a month later, I was good to go. I had all the poison out of my body. And the doctors at the hospital, they gave up on me. But the herbal doctor, some lady, it was an old lady too at the time. She gave me I drank some nasty. Oh man, it was some nasty juice at the time. I'm talking like I don't even remember the name of it. It's some nasty juice. But it's so anything that's so nasty has to work, and it worked. I drank like 1 cup at her house that day. I remember this like it was yesterday. And a month later, I was good to go. I wasn't sick anymore. And, so I beat the odds. See, the doctors at the hospital at the time, they said they can't do no more. Can't do nothing. And and check this out. I actually saw one of the doctors when I turned 25. and he was about 80 something. No, he's like 70 something at the time. And he couldn't believe I was alive. He said, I don't know what your mom did, or the doctor that your mom took you to, but you're alive and that's all that matters. And I was like, yeah, whatever. Get out of here. So yeah, I already beat. And plus, I tell this story because my mom never gave up, and I've taken on that same way of thinking. I don't give up either. As a matter of fact, check this out. When I first published this book, and this was the second book, really. When I first published this book, people were saying that nobody's ever going to buy it. Nobody's ever going to listen to whatever you had to say. Yeah, people were saying this. She's like, you're never going to get no views. People were saying, it was a lot of hate, animosity. I don't know where it was coming from. People were saying that, hey, you can't do it. I'm like, we'll see about that, buddy. So, hey, if no one cares about you, what do you have to lose? That's how I see it. I already beat the odds. I'm not even supposed to be alive. So there's a reason why I'm still here. It's not by luck or accident. It is what it is. You're looking at the proof. So yeah, there's a lot of envious people, no doubt about it. My cousin used to be abused physically by his wife on a daily basis. Yeah. A lot women are actually, women are more violent in relationships than guys. The only difference between males and females is when guys strike, they broke stuff. Cosmic Warrior in the house. Smash the like button. Share this video. So yeah, so if you know the deck is stacked against you, and especially if you beat the odds already, you don't have a sense of entitlement. I don't have a sense of entitlement. I don't walk around thinking that things are supposed to be a certain type of way or somebody owe me something. I'm like, yo, man, I wasn't supposed to do anything in the first place. I'm not even supposed to be here. So I'm not surprised if somebody leaves and never comes back. or if I never hear from somebody again on the telephone or in person. I'm not surprised. I'm like, hey, well, I guess time ran out. If you gotta go, take care of yourself. So it's like, it is what it is. Then a lot of people don't understand the value of friendships anyway. So you gotta always take that into account. Because see, some people they kind of like, if you're not doing anything for them directly or indirectly, they don't want to be bothered with you. Some people are like that too. And then there's some people, they are very biased. They treat certain people a certain type of way. And this can be based on nationality, religion, uh, your status, where you went to college at, where you work at, whether you're black, you're white, you're Hispanic, whatever. There's a lot of people out there to do that. So you got some awful people out here, and a lot of them are broken. So you should not be surprised of anything they say and do. But at the same time, you should respect yourself. Stand up for yourself. Don't let people walk all over you. Hey, man. It's hard out in these streets for a lot of people out here, man. It really is. And I think it's getting to a point now where it's going to be so toxic socially. They're gonna make it almost impossible for it not to affect any and everybody in any environment. That's where it's going now. That's where it's going. People have become so negative and so jaded. It's like if you're in a certain group, and if you tell them you're going to do something else different based on you doing your own research or your independent thinking, they'll try to shame you and make you feel bad about it. Try to make you feel like you're an outsider, like you're like the black sheep of the group or something like that. This is what people are doing now. People are like they're trying to shame people based on who they are and where they came from, what city they from, what town they from, who your mom, your dad is, and all kind of crazy nonsense. You got people out here will try to make people feel bad because they from a small town. I'm like, what? Or because of who their parents are. I'm like, yo, you don't get to pick who your parents are. Crazy. What kind of nonsense? You don't get to. Why are you making fun of where people were born and raised? There's people doing that to this day. They're doing that today, which is the stupidest thing, really. You don't get to pick where you want to live. That's what your parents did. If your parents from there, you born and raised there, you ain't had nothing to do with that as a kid. But you got a lot of people out here that's actually doing this nonsense. They're making fun of people because, okay, you're from Boston, I'm from South Carolina, the backwoods of South Carolina. So now I'm better than you because I'm from the city. Like, what? Get out of here. But a lot of people are doing this. This happens. It happens a lot. It happens a lot, But, and this has a lot to do with if people will stick around you long term. You gotta realize how a lot of these broken people think. Really, some people feel like if you fall off for whatever reason, wherever it's shit happens, it ain't your fault. I mean, maybe you got sick. Maybe you lost your job. If you fall off, they feel like they're automatically going to be looking to move on. That's why a lot of guys get divorced. That's why a lot of women divorce these guys out here. These athletes and what? Sometimes just regular dudes. Especially athletes, though. People from New York move down south and get a real wake-up call. Why do you say that? Most people from New York, they're a bunch of ass kissers. They come down here kissing ass. Most of them are. What do you mean when you say they get a wake-up call? Well, New York is no different, bro. They think the South is soft. Oh, yeah, that's true. They do think the South is soft. New York is no different from being in the South, bro. The same BS is going on. Up north, let me tell you what the difference between being up north and down south. Up north, they're clever about how they go about doing things. They'll disguise it as being something else that it really ain't. Down south, people look at it, they take it for what it is. It could be this, it could be that, it could be, no, this is what it is. You stay over there, I stay over here. That's it. We don't even gotta like each other. But up north, it's kind of like you got a bunch of people hanging around each other like roaches. Nobody's saying anything to each other. If you stare at somebody long enough, they looking at you like you crazy. They're walking around like robots. And then it's kind of like everybody, we like each other now. We love each other. What? I don't love everybody. No, get out of here. See, down south, we look at it, we take it for what it is. We're not confused about anything. No. When I was growing up, look, we knew what time it was. We live right here, and y'all live across the water. Y'all stay over there. This is where we live right here. But we're more practical in the South. That's what I would say. Up north is kind of like they're kind of all over the place. They're trying to justify why this happened, why the taxes went up, why are we getting treated so bad? Why can't we all just get along and why we can't be together and why we can't have relationships together? Man, I ain't got time for all that. I don't want it. I don't want none of that. Look, if you don't like me, that's fine. You stay over there, I stay over here. We don't ain't gotta work together. I don't gotta go to the same place you want to party at, go to the bar at, go to a restaurant. I don't gotta do none of that. It's complete. It's fine with me. I don't have to do anything together. We don't even gotta go to the same school together. What is this nonsense? It's nonsense. People from the South are more effective. People from the North are so can together. They try and get over on each other. That's my 2 cents. Yeah, they're like roaches. Just like I said. People up north, they're like roaches. They think that they slick. Everybody trying to get over. But ain't nobody getting over. It's like roaches. Everybody's on top of each other. Getting the leftover crumbs. You can do that in one area, but if you go over there to that neighborhood, they're going to get you up out of there. If you go to Bensonhurst, You can't go in that neighborhood. There's people just playing games. Come on. People here in California, assholes, especially women. Well, in California, the same thing. It is the same old thing. In LA County, okay, they're doing the same thing, basically. But if you go to Orange County, you can't play around in Orange County like you do in LA County. Oh no. No, especially at night. See, that's the mentality out there. So you can have fun right here in Manhattan, but don't come over here in our housing neighborhood. See, it's that mentality. You can go out and wild out, have gutter sex, do whatever. But don't come over here. And they'll give you you can get any public assistance too. Any financial assistance in these big towns, they give you whatever. Easy. But just stay over there. Don't come over here. Where we at? See, it's that mentality. It's a different mentality. How they operate in these towns is completely different. Small towns don't operate like that. In a small town, you're not going to get no financial assistance very easily compared to the big towns. I was saying the females were down there, but there were females who thought they were top-notch due to man. San Francisco, I never been to San Francisco, so I can't speak on it. I know I've been to LA and San Diego pretty good bit. I think coming from the East Coast to LA and San Diego, to me, it's easy talking to women. To me, it was easy. Now, if I was born on the West Coast, I probably would have a different opinion. I probably would. Because guys, most guys tend to be, I don't know, it's a different vibe. Now, California is a very, very different place. In the LA area, especially. LA is very different. Like a different world. It's a very different place, man. There's no place like California. San Diego's kind of reminds me of kind of like being on the East Coast, but it's kind of laid back, And then if you drive up to LA, that's completely different. Ooh, boy. God. It's kind of like Atlanta in some ways, but the women are much better looking. It's all about entertainment. You got Hollywood, and it's a pretty weird place, bro. Really, that's just my opinion. Then I've never been to I've never been to the Bay Area, so I can't speak on it. But there's a lot. I'll tell you one thing about California that I saw when I first went there. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors there. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors there. Yeah, you got it. The cost of living is high there. No doubt about it. I think it's for rich people, in my opinion. New York City too. It's for rich people. If you work a job in these two towns, I just don't think it's worth it. That's just my opinion. I just don't think it's worth it. I mean, if you're not an entertainer, what are you doing living in New York and LA? That's just my opinion. Some people will disagree with that. You know, I don't know. It don't make no sense to me. People in New York have no identity. They are a blend of many cultures and affiliations. If you want to live in a city where you want to be accepted as you are, then you gotta live in New York. Well, there's a lot of people here, so you know that makes sense. People all over the world, they want to live in New York City for whatever reason, you know. I mean, they promote New York like it's the Big Apple. It's the Big Apple, man. The city that never sleeps. So people wanna go there and have a good time all the time. That's why they move there. Most people, they want to move there and have a good time all the time until they can't do it no more. Then they're gonna leave and go to some other smaller town, or they might go back to where they came from. Either or, you know. But hey, man, it is what it is. You know. At the end of the day, your life is what you make of it. Period. Point blank. Period. So hey, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Share this video. Check out my Patreon. I just put a new video up. Yeah, it should be up next couple minutes. A new video up about inner game. How to take what's in your mind and turn it into prosperity. That's the latest video that's on my Patreon. It should be up in the next couple minutes. You know, go check it out, man. So see, at the end of the day, it starts with you and it ends with you. Nothing outside of you is going to make you happy. And if you're looking for somebody else to make you happy, I think you're making a fatal mistake. And you're going to always keep disappointing yourself until you face that reality that no one ever is going to care as much as you. And that's what it is. So, hey, like, subscribe, check out my Patreon. I'm out. Peace.